Give us a sense of why perhaps we might see a bit of a reprieve, a relief. Is it because the stock sold off so hard today?
Yeah, well, and the buy-side number was much lower, so I think a lot was already baked in. But look, there's no denying the fact that ad spending is softening, and it's impacting Google as well. I think investors are really focused on that cloud number because cloud continues to be unprofitable. And when you think about Amazon and Microsoft, both of their cloud operations are profitable, north of 20% operating margin. So it begs the question, if Google is really diversifying, why can't they do it in a profitable way? And it doesn't show up in the numbers here. And I think that's where investors are concerned.
So what's the plan? What are they going to need to do to get that segment profitable?
Well, so, I mean, you could argue scale is what makes them profitable, but they're at a run rate of $25 billion, and there aren't many software companies at a $25 billion run rate that aren't profitable. So they're really plying through in terms of hiring more salespeople. But this is the type of environment where companies are announcing hiring freezes. So they will have to do something about the cost side. And at the end of the day, you have to figure out whether these are profitable contracts and they're just spending a lot on sales and marketing, or they're just unprofitable to begin with.
All right. So, Mandeep, what is this company trading on? The stock's down. Google, we're talking about Alphabet, down about 27% so far this year. But we are seeing it pop in the after hours, now up more than 4%. What are investors trading on, and are they rightfully doing so?
Well, it was less than feared, and everyone was so fearful that things would really fall off the cliff, and it may very well happen to Meta tomorrow. I think what Alphabet has shown is their ad spending is still holding up. You're talking about low teens growth. YouTube was a slight miss, but net, they aren't as impacted by privacy changes as some of the other social media names. I mean, Snapchat really took down guidance from growing high teens to growing flat quarter over quarter. So I think that's the big difference between a Google and the other social media names.
So Mandeep, why is Google then better positioned in this world where, Apple announced these iOS changes that ostensibly are about privacy, but are hurting companies like Meta Platforms and Snap so much? Why is Google better positioned?
I mean, look, they own their Android operating system, so we talk about ad pricing going down because of Apple's privacy changes. Ad pricing changes on the Android side are in Alphabet's control. They don't depend on Apple for that. And so because they own that platform and YouTube is all brand advertising, it never depended on Apple's signal to begin with, so it doesn't get as impacted as a Meta, which is really relying on Apple's IDFA to give them the signal for ad targeting. So overall exposure is much lower compared to some of the social media names.